What is the fastest way to become a billionaire in Roblox Gold Garden? So with the new Busy Bee update I just dropped in, or should I say the Busier Bee update, you see it there? Alright, you get the point. How do you get to $1 billion? Well, I'm going to show you today. Now, the method I'm going to show you is, the only thing with this method is, basically these moon melons right here, well, unfortunately the moon melons are kind of gone. Since the update has actually passed the lunar moon update, so before this there was a lunar one, which was basically a wise owl, and they would give you these like night seed packs, and they would contain these, or you can actually buy them from the actual shop. Well, that update is unfortunately gone. So if you don't have any more moon melon seeds, you're kind of out of luck, but there's still many different ways to do this. Now, the new way to do this is if you go over here to this actual bee, you can get a thing called a hive fruit, or even a nectar fruit. So I'm gonna show y'all a sprinkler glitch, which is really, really easy to do. Now, the way I was able to get a bunch of master sprinklers without having to pay to win was sitting here and AFKing for literally 24 hours. And I would say every 5 hours, a master sprinkler appears. So what I did is went to the gear shop, I went over here, I clicked on show me the gear shop, and I just got myself a program that just clicks on the screen. So basically, I sat here with the master sprinkler open, and I clicked on this. So I would say every few seconds, or let's just say like every 10 or 100 seconds, it would click here. So whenever the master sprinkler was available every 5 hours, or who knows, every 10 hours, it's basically random, I would actually buy it. And I managed to get myself 4 master sprinklers, which are very important for this glitch, so your fruits can be worth billions of dollars. So let me demonstrate how this works. First things first, I'm just gonna assume already that you are a millionaire in the game. So if you don't know how to become a millionaire, I made another video on that. And now let's just say you got the basic pets, or the legendary pets, the mythic pets, and so on. We're gonna do this right now, so just go ahead and set up the ones that we need. So I'm gonna first place down a bunch of my snails. Snails are essential. So let's go to my garden, place them down, and I'm gonna show you what they actually do. So 5% chance that the actual plant that you harvest will drop seeds. Really, really good to have, especially when you have already done the glitch. Now let's just say you haven't done the glitch just yet. I'm gonna show you the best pets to actually use for this. So with this new update, you're trying to go for plants, you're trying to go for pets that have fruit sizes. So if you got yourself a moon cat and stuff, it's gonna be great. If you got yourself, let's just say a bee, this bee is gonna allow you to actually pollinate your entire plants, and that adds an additional effect on top of it. So let me show you this moon melon right here, or let me show you the gold moon melon. Before I even harvest my giant moon melons, what I always like to do is set up my harvesting pet class. It kind of sounds a little bit weird, but basically I get a bunch of snails, I place them all down, there we go, and then I always get myself a giant ant. These take a little bit to get, but once you have them, they're really, really good. As you can see, the giant ant gives you a 10% chance that harvested crops duplicate. Really, really good, and 5% chance for candy type crops to duplicate. So I'm also gonna grab myself some moon cats, because they also have a similar feature. Let's place one down right here, and if you click on it, it says 6% chance that night type fruits stay after harvest. So let's just say I have everything I need. Here is another moon cat, there we go. So that is a total of 6 pets. This is currently what I'm working with. And I'm gonna go over to my golden moon melon that I spent about 24 hours just chilling in the game. It gave me the gold, pollinated, shocked, and frozen. So let's just go ahead and harvest it. And as you can see, I have a giant glitched out moon melon. I will show you how to do this very, very soon towards the end of the video. But first, let's go over to Steven and see how much it's actually worth. So we're just gonna simply sell this one, and here we go. It's $1.1 billion. That's it. That's how you become a billionaire. Now, obviously, the moon melons might not be in stock because, well, there's no more lunar moon events. So if you don't have the seeds, you're kind of cooked. So let's start working with something else. This is a lilac? How do you say that, bro? I'm such a noob. It's called lilac. So we're just gonna harvest it. It is gold. You want to have either gold or rainbow on your plants. It really makes their value extremely high. Everything else is like a small stack. So there we go. We're gonna get this one. Just for the heck of it, I'll also collect this lilac. So now we have a, holy, look at this thing. This thing's kind of crazy, bro. So this one's only pollinated, shocked, and honey glazed and frozen. So 4 effects, and it's not golden. Look at the difference between how much it's worth. So if we go over here, we click on how much is it worth, it's gonna say 71 million. Now I have the same exact thing, but this one is gold and it's way bigger. Now, thanks to my moon cats, they do actually increase the size of these things. So the bigger they get, the more they're actually worth. So that's why I said if you leave your entire thing for 24 hours, your plants are gonna become massive. And if they're gold, it's even better. So how much is this worth? Let's find out. 2.3 billion. You see, you don't really need moon melons anymore. You can use the lilacs or anything that's actually from this flower seed pack thing over here. So anyways, if you don't know how this stuff works and you haven't messed with this update, you might be living under a rock. Or should I say under a bee? You get the point. Or maybe you're living inside of this thing. I don't even know, bro. You're inside of a hive or something. But what I'm saying is you want to always go over here, get your heavy plants. So coconuts are great. They're over 10 kilograms. So I'm going to go ahead and get my coconut. I have no coconuts. Great. I got to get myself a coconut so I can demonstrate this for y'all. So let me go into the coconut tree. We're going to harvest it. There we go. 13 kilograms. Now I'm gonna make my way all the way back to the bee over here. So the queen, aka queen bee. We're gonna go ahead and give this person our coconut. We're gonna wait 30 seconds and we're gonna collect this honey. It's gonna give me 10 honey. Now once I have this, I'm gonna go to the bee person right here. We're gonna trade once again, and of course the usual thing, buy these flower seed packs. So if I open up my flower seed pack, let's see what we get. Now that is actually what contains a lilac and a bunch of other ones. Roses are not bad, they're just kind of okay. Pink lilies are really, really good, I would say. And if you get a sunflower, well, you're goated. You're gonna make a lot of money. So now we got a rose. It is what it is, okay? I really want to get something good for this video. Come on, give me something good, bro. I'm trying to show everybody how this works. And by the way, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right now. Show that fan love. We're making videos every single day, so make sure y'all come back every single day. Sometimes we're posting 2. Yo, foxgloves are not actually bad at all. Oh, we were so close to a pink lily. It is what it is. Well, anyways, we got ourselves a lilac. As y'all saw, it sold for $2.3 billion. Let me go over to my farm, and I'm going to show y'all how to do this glitch. Now, let me show and demonstrate the hive fruit. The hive fruit should make a lot of money if I can actually get to it. Hive fruit, where is it? Oh, I don't see it. I literally, where to go? Oh, a nectarine. A nectarine is another one you can actually get. Let's see if we can get one that's actually gold. Do I have any gold nectarines that I can show y'all? So basically, if you ever see a hive fruit or a nectarine appear in this seed place, so the queen bee, so you just go over here once again, click on I want to trade honey. So if you already bought these and you have tons of honey, which should be really easy to get, if you buy a nectarine and a hive fruit, you are in luck. It's going to help you a lot. Now, if you're wondering what a honey sprinkler does, it just basically makes all your plants have a honey glazed effect, so it's another effect on top of it. So if you have honey glazed, pollinated, shocked, frozen, it's also wet from the weather, and it's gold, you're gonna be already making billions from that. So you'll actually be on your way to making trillions. So let me actually find myself anything that's just like gold. There's just so many things here, I literally have no idea what's ever going on. I will say though, everyone keeps saying the moon melons are the way to make a lot of money. They're great for making billion or a couple billion if they're a rainbow, but I would say the lilac and anything else is kind of a better option, especially if you get yourself on the hive fruit or the nectarines. They make a lot of money as well. They're kind of goated and they're very low key, so not many people know about it. Now this nectarine is not too big, so just kind of see what it sells for. Now if it was gold, it would be like 20x. So this one is worth 124 million. That's kind of crazy. It's actually worth way more than that moon melon that I had. Now here's a very helpful guide. So as you can see right here, whenever I'm planting, I'm always using squirrels. So this is what I meant by having pet teams. So my pet team when I'm planting is gonna be my squirrels, because they give you a 2.5% chance to not consume the seed when you're planting. So if you have like tons of these new lilacs, pink lilies, all the new exotic flower seed pack ones, you really wanna have this squirrel on your team. Monkeys are also pretty good because they refund your actual fruit when you're selling. So when you're planting, it's one thing. When you are selling, you want to have a monkey. Now a silver monkey is even better. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my snails real quick. We're going to place down my silver monkey. Okay. We're going to place down a regular monkey. There we go. So now with these two combined, let's see what the silver monkey does. So the silver monkey is a 7.6% chance, which is really, really good. So just by having these two right here, you have a 10% chance of getting the plant that you just sold back. It's gonna get refunded to you. Now let's just say whenever I'm in this new update and I want to make a lot of money, what I like to do is have snails. So whenever I am basically harvesting, I'll have a chance of dropping the seeds. This is really good for beanstalks and anything else. Now giant ants are great because they actually duplicate. So if you have one of them, it's really, really good because they literally duplicate and stuff. So definitely go for that. And mooncats are also really, really OP. 6% chance to receive the things back, and your fruits get larger. The bigger they are, the more money they make you. So this is my current pet setup. So this is when I'm planting. Now this is when I'm actually selling, and these are basically whenever I'm harvesting or whenever I'm growing my plants and stuff. I do like to have moles instead of snails if I'm, let's just say I'm planting and I'm just like AFKing. I don't really want to have snails because I'm not harvesting anything. So what I like to do is keep the moon cats, I keep a queen bee, and I also keep myself moles so they give you massive sprinklers and stuff. So we're gonna make a thing called AFK. This means you leave your game overnight. So here's my AFK team setup. So I got a moon cat, which is gonna grow my plants. I have a queen bee or a regular honey bee, and that's gonna allow me to pollinate my plants, adding another effect, which is gonna be worth more money. And I like to keep a mole, which is always digging up gear or shekels. It's making you infinite money, and most importantly, it's getting you sprinklers, godly, massive sprinklers, lightning rods. All these kind of things are very, very important. So this is my AFK setup. So when I leave the game, I have this going. Whenever I am, let's just say harvesting, this is for harvest right here. So I'm just gonna call it harvest. And let's just say I am also planting. I use this right here. Planting is kind of straightforward. I just use this guy right here. And for selling, I like to have my monkey set up. The monkeys are great. So I always like to include at least one of these two or just both of them when I'm selling. Now let me show you the mutation. This is super important. Gold is worth 20x. If you get rainbow, it's worth 50x. Anything else is gonna be great. Now, shocked is 100x. You wanna have shocked plants. If you don't do this, you're living under a rock and you're not gonna make as much money. Now, everything else is gonna be extra. Celestial's 120x. So if you have any staffs or whatever, go ahead and use it. But this is during like meteor shower events, which I haven't seen recently. Now, disco, also really good, 125x. Now, if you're an OG player and you have a chicken jockey or whatever, Zombify is gonna help you. And of course, if you got yourself a dragonfly and you're like, you're just like absolutely stacked, you're gonna be great because you're gonna have gold and Zombified from having those pets that apply these effects. Now, if you're like, man, you don't got enough money or Robux, well, you're cooked. So we're just gonna have to go for the natural way of getting gold, which is having the sprinkler glitch, which I'll show you in just a moment. So we've covered most of it. Now, void touched happens whenever the admins use the black hole event, like how it just happened to me recently. I was just chilling and it just happened. So let's just say every single week before the update happens, they always run a void touched event, and one of your plants might have 135x. And everything else, that's basically about it. So what I always like to look for is shocked, very important. Gold is really important. Everything else is kind of extra. If you get rainbow, you are just lucky, but it's a 0.1% chance. And there we have it. So this is my current setup. If you want to go ahead and use it, just go ahead and do so. Now, if you're not able to get any of these pets over here, especially the moles, which is really easy to get, because people are gonna have a ton of these night eggs, they're hatching them constantly. So for example, right now, what I like to always do, and if you're not doing this, you gotta get on this grind, always be hatching eggs. I have so many night eggs, I'm gonna place them down. Most of the time, moles hatch out of these, and I think it's really, really important to actually like go join different servers, and people will give you moles. Like, look how many moles I have sitting around here, and these are great money makers. I just got this recently, so definitely worth it. All right, anyways, now it's time for how to get these plants to look huge. What you want to do is the sprinkler glitch. I have made a video on this before, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, but I'll show you the really, really easy basics of it. So you want to get yourself the master sprinkler. Once again, AFK over there, and get it from the gear shop. You're gonna go ahead and either harvest your plants, so harvest all of it, make sure there's no fruits on it, or just plant a new seed, place down your master sprinkler first, then place down 1 or 2 godly sprinklers if you really like so, and have 4 advanced sprinklers, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then just put as many basic sprinklers you want, and your plants are gonna become giant. So they're gonna look like this over here. And like I said, the moon melons are just very old. Everyone keeps talking about it, but the meta low-key is like the lilacs and all the new stuff. Pink lilies, nectarines, high fruits, and you can actually get those from just playing the game. That's all you gotta do is play for 24 hours. So yeah, you can just keep on simply getting those really, really easily by going over here and buying them. So that's my current setup. Always have your eggs placed down so you're hatching them as well. I already told you what's going on with my stuff. Now let's just go ahead and actually use my 2 monkeys, and we're gonna try to sell one of my expensive plants. So let's say we go over here, we try to sell this or any of my stuff in my inventory. Let's see if we can actually duplicate. Oh, refunded. As you can see, I just got a bunch of refunds. This is why it's so important to do so and have these 2 monkeys, because they literally get you more money. So if you have a bunch of $1 billion fruits in your inventory and you get refunded, you just made an extra billion. So it should be really, really easy for you to go on the grind and do so. Now, if you really want to make an easy billion, just go join a bunch of servers. And I'm sure that somebody like me, for example, if you join any of my games, I'll just give you one of my $1 billion plants. I actually have a few sitting in my inventory that I just want to give away to people. I have this thing right here. It's crazy looking and it's worth $1 billion. So yeah, like I said, if you guys ever want to get like free stuff from me, just join my game. I'll give away my moles, I'll give away some billionaire plants, and I'll help you all out. Here is my profile right over here, and it's going to be in the description down below. Make sure you guys also join my group where we are selling some merch if you guys want to rep the Milky shirts and so on. But basically, join the group, click on my name, and join my game when I'm playing. Now, this is my Roblox profile right over here, so all you gotta simply do is just click on my name, just look it up, go ahead and follow me or whatever, or join my Roblox group, and as you can see right here is my profile, just click on it. You can actually just go ahead and join my game, and I'll give you some free stuff. Just be like, hey bro, I'm a huge fan, let me have something for free. And if y'all are wondering, we're also selling some Milky shirts, so if you guys want to get yourself some of these Milky shirts, just go ahead and do so, you know what I mean? I'm repping it right now, so hey, it's pretty cool. Anyways, hit the subscribe button if you missed any of the things that I actually said. Just go ahead and simply like rewind this video, replay it back, you know what I mean, or go in 2 times mode or whatever you want. But yeah, make sure y'all just keep on checking all the information I'm posting. Cut that out, 3, 2, 1, and go. Now, if you missed anything from this video, just replay it back. But everybody, please hit the subscribe button. We're posting every single day. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's make it happen, bro. But anyways, click on one of these videos right here, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Your boy Milky's out. Woo!